First of all, with the K tool, we are going to make the shape. Just make the shape roughly, like that. So in here we have to be precise with this ring. So we're going to add a circle with 32 vertices, rotate it by 90 degrees, scale it down. Alright, so I'm making a known separation of that because we have to just lay it on here. So add our shrink wrap. Let's see, yep, that's fine. Alright, we have our ring, and yeah, that's it. We can go to the next one. So I'm going to just draw now all these shapes in here. Good, I created now the whole glyphs here, and the thing we have to do now is simply we have first of all to add this detail in here. So it's going to be, let's see, if I'm going to hide that, we can simply add up here somewhere. So I'm going to delete here only the faces, and the rest is going to be in here. I'm going to delete this edge. So let's see, so I close now this face here. Oh, obviously we have to join that, so we can work with that. All right, so I have all my glyphs here now. You can do two things. The first thing is just select the whole glyphs here. Alright, I'm going to duplicate that. We can just go inside the object, extrude them outside, like that. Select the main ring, make a known separation of that, and you have your glyphs. I'm going to recalculate the normals, shade it smooth, auto smooth, and you're fine. Alright, so the rest of the object, so the rest of these things here, you can delete if you want to, but it's a little bit of a mess now. So I'm going to delete the whole ring here and steal that another time from here. So I have the same thing now as earlier, just a little bit cleaner. Alright, so in here we have a problem, I see. Alright guys, we have our glyphs here. Perfect. So, the next thing we are going to do is up here this detail. To make this detail up here, it's very easy. Just take some vertices up here. So we have up here some loop cuts that we can use. So just select them, go to medium point and scale them maybe a little bit more in, so we have some kind of a more spacing in here. And we can just select now these two loops here. And with that, don't forget to go back to 3D cursor. That's in the middle. So it has to be in the middle, and now we can just extrude them, cancel the extrusion, and then you can just scale it out. So you have now this detail, this border here, but it's a little bit different because we have here some slope area maybe. So we have to take these two loop cuts again, median point, scale on the y-axis, and we leave that like that. So you can go in here and use that as a reference. So I'm going to hide the rest. So we're going to see only our reference here. And it's a little bit difficult to see, but yeah, as you can see here, it's a slightly slope here. So maybe let's see if we just met that. So I think it's really difficult to see, but yeah, it's this here, I think. So maybe go a little bit more out. That's fine. All right. So go back to the front, and now we are going to make this details in here. It's kinda, yeah, how can I explain that? It's easy. Yeah, it's, how can I explain that? It's some type of cubes and so on, just with some different forms in here. So I'm going to go to the front here, and I want to go up with the opacity, so we see a little bit more what's going on in here. So to make this detail in here, we can just use another reference pic I found. So let's see, I'm going to drag and drop it in here so we can use that. And it's this pic here, so we can just rotate that in the right way we want to. And you see we have here some kind of details that we can make. So let's do that. I go to the opacity so I can go a little bit down, and I just wanna put them into the reference folder. I'm going to rename this now, it's bothering me. And we can now add our plane, rotate it by 90 degrees. And now we can just do some quick matching of these details here. Alright, I have made now one side. I'm going just to select the whole thing here, and we can put them down here in the right place. So let's see, we need that in here. Up in this area it's going to be this detail, so you can make whatever you want in here, but I'm just looking to not do too much in here, so we can just save some time. So I'm going to duplicate that and mirror it on the other side. and I see I have made it on the wrong side. So this side is going to be copied with the array modifier, so I can delete this side and only work with that. Better. So that's better. So select all, and we're going to be in the front. So we see where it's going to be. And now it's all a matter of copy and pasting some stuff here, rotate it, and so on. Alright, so if you like the shape, you can leave it as it is, but I think I'm going to add a little bit more on the side here, so we haven't this big gap going on, and we are good so far. So I'm going to add another detail maybe on some on the other layer. So I'm going to just duplicate some stuff here, then that's fine. I'm going to duplicate that one, maybe scale it, rotate it, and so you can make some difference in here. That's important, so it's not repeating too much. But in general, I think we are good so far. Alright, so I'm going to take this part here, and we have just to go back. I think we are flat. I'm not really sure. Let's test it. Yeah, I think we are flat. That's perfect. I'm going to recalculate the normals, and we are fine. Alright, the other side has to be obviously in here. So let me think. I think I have to do it. Yeah, we have to do it with the array modifier, but we have to do it in the same way. So let's see if we just rotate it this time in that way. So we have some difference going on. Alright, so the thing I'm just doing is deselect some stuff here. So like that. Then I'm going to just click on link, press link. So rotate some stuff here. Then you can just deselect the next thing. Rotate it again, put it elsewhere. And so you can make some more difference in here. Take some parts of the other side. Maybe, let me see, I think that would be here good. So, perfect. Perfect. And this one here. Perfect. Alright, up here we have a big gap we have to close. Yeah, come on, let's close the whole thing so it's better, and we are and we have just done a good amount of detailing in here. As you can see, for this area here in the middle, I'm not really precise, so I'm just putting some details that's fitting good in this hole. So because this area is just, as I said earlier, with the detail in here, so it's not very visible on the mesh. Before we are going to do some further detailing, we have to do two things. First of all, I'm going to add a mirror modifier on that, so we can just put it on the other side. And the second thing, and so we have to do three things, sorry. On this one I'm going to add another array modifier, counts to 9, and object offset to the main ring. So empty outer ring, so you have it on the completely mesh, perfect. And yeah, it's looking good. And so we are going to add now this detail up here, so this detail here. So for that I have just found another pick we can use. I'm going to just delete that. And I found this one here. So for the upper part we can use this here, and for the detail, for the exactly detail, for this in here we can maybe use that. Or let's see if I have another one. I have another one, so I'm going just to delete that again because it's too low poly, too pixelated. And the pick I found is this one we can use. So we can just model that for this detail. But we're going to make now, first of all, this here. So let's see, we have so we have in here this kind of detail on the top. All right, so let's go into the top view. Let's just hide the rest. So first of all, I'm going just to deselect that. So take the main ring, hide the rest, and now we can make this detail in here. So let's see. All right, so on this side here will be this kind of border going on. So we can make that soon, but I'm just making now this type here. So that's kind of some cube. So I'm going to add a cube here. And this is a detail that's going to be baked later on, so don't worry about the rest. So put that, oh, it's difficult to see, put that here, I think. It's really difficult to see, but we can just guess it. So take all, so go back to the object mode. We can just apply add an array modifier, and we need 5 counts. So go to 5. We need the factor y. You can just drag them down like that. So in here we have another face going on. So I'm going to put here an edge. So we can just take this face here, insert it, deactivate boundary. So we're going all the way through, and now we can just extrude them a little bit up. All right, so we need on the other side a mirror modifier. So add a mirror modifier, and we are good here. All right, as you can see here, we are a little bit going up. So go down with that, so we are perfectly flat. And maybe we have here some kind of problems with the face. So I'm going to put them a little bit back. We can activate clipping and just go all the way through. And yeah, it's better. All right. So it's bothering me this detail here. So I'm just put them. Oh, we can't really enough. Oh, okay. Good, we have that. So obviously we need to do that on all 9 segments here. So I'm going to add another array modifier, put the count to 9, and the object offset will be our main ring. All right, let's see how we can create this type of detail. I'm going to hide the rest, and we are going to match now this here. So first of all, add a cube, scale it down, put it in place, and so on. Same thing as every time. So we're going to work with 1/2 delete the rest. Now we can just match the shape roughly. Alright, I think we have to go maybe a little bit up. I'm going to unhide the rest for now so we can see how far we have to go. I think that's good. Alright, so hide the rest. And we have to add a mirror modifier here, so we can add the rest here. Activate clipping, so you're sure that you're just in the middle. And now we are going to add one loop cut here. Match this curve here, match this size, match this reference here, add another one down here. And I think we're good so far. I'm going to just select this side here, but let's just delete 1/2 on the back. So this is the front. Alright, we have to delete the other side. So we can just activate the y-axis. It's fine if we just work with one side. And we can insert it. So select this too, insert it, press escape. And now we can scale that maybe on the individual origin, scale it down. And now we can match the rest of this. So we have here we have another, here we have another beveling going on, so for that I'm just going to select that area and I just want to perfectly flat on that. Right, now we can take this loop cut here that's going all the way through and we can just bevel that. As you can see, it's going in the wrong direction, so maybe if we're going to activate medium point, just a little bit, because we're going to work only with 1/2 with this side here. So put them right in the place where you want to. Alright, so we have down here another cut, so we can take the upper half and just slide them back after we have just adjusted the whole thing here. So let's see, so this is going to be here. This area up here is a bevel. So we're going to bevel that, but obviously go back into the reference. Maybe we can use that bevel here. So I'm going to deselect this here, and with that we can go down, maybe. Let's see if that's working. But this is only, but you need that only if you're modeling the inside of that. We are going to work with some other stuff. So I'm going to work with this here. So with this area here. So let's see, let's create that for now. Yeah, we have just created that. So just select this here, these parts. Duplicate that, make maybe a known separation of it, and we can just go a little bit out, so like that. Let's see, we have it on top of that, okay, so it's on top of that. And this is going to be up here. And we have just to match a little bit this detail here. Maybe it's a little bit too much. I'm going to flatten it for now. So just a little bit. Alright. Let's see, the top is going to be closed, that's fine. And on that we have to add, let's see, solidify modifier, so we can add some thickness to it. Even thickness, and just do a little bit of that. So it's going to be a glass or something like that in here. That's fine. So I'm going to deselect 1/2 so we can delete in here this face. Okay, we can't really do that, so we have to apply first the modifier, but for now it's good. Going to hide that. Alright, I think we are too thick for that detail. So, oh, what's going on here? I'm going to move that into the right collection, the reference collection, but I'm going to hide this too for now. Alright, we are a little bit too big, I think, on the front here. So let's see if we're just going to do some kind of slope here. So just select that and maybe go like that inside. It's better, but we can go a little bit more, maybe with that. Alright, and we have our detail. So let's do this here. So to make this detail here, we have just to add our reference pic again. So I'm going to bring back, this one. And it's important that you are right with the rotation. So I'm going to scale that down. And I'm trying to match this, this front here. So maybe we are going down with the opacity. Alright, so this detail here is going to be that one, so we have just to scale that a little bit bigger. And I'm trying to match now perfectly that, so we can work with that, with this image here. Alright, so that's looking good so far. I think we can now work with that, perfect. So I'm going to just deactivate again this selectable. I'm going to add a plane, rotate it, and now we can just scale it a little bit down. And we're going to put them up. So I'm going to match slightly, roughly our reference here, but I'm going just to delete 1/2 so we can add a mirror modifier. So we are going to work only with one side as always. And we are going to, I'm going to just match roughly this object here. Alright, so we are perfect here. Good, we have in here a loop cut going on this side, and down here another one. So we can delete the face in here. And with that, I'm going just to extrude that back. So for now, just that bit. I'm going to select now this edges here, so we can bevel them, but we have to bevel them in the right way. So maybe like that. We are going just with this two in here. So we're going to match this curve here. It's perfect. And in here we are perfect. All right. So I'm going to undo that quick because we have to just adjust both on the same time. And now we are perfect with this here. All right, the shading is wrong, so recalculate the normals. And we are so far good.